Well, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video, and we are finally here, the end of the year. It's been honestly a great year for movies. I honestly, I'm really surprised because, in 2020 and 2021, a lot of movies got delayed, because of COVID. And 2022 is really the first year where movies are starting to come out. Nothing's getting delayed, everything is just coming out, and it's just absolutely incredible. Like if I'm being honest, like 2020 and 2021, I have only seen like a couple movies that are like 10 out of 10 or 9, but not many, not enough. But in 2022, there's some really good gems this year. I cannot wait to talk about my top 10 favorites of 2022. And of course, I had to dress up for this occasion because come on, this is a special occasion. We're talking about the best of the year. I'm probably gonna wear something super casual for my worst of the year, but for now, for this occasion, I'm gonna dress nice because it feels right. Now, before we start, I'm gonna get into some honorable mentions. So movies that couldn't quite make the cut but are still very amazing. So I have the movie Till, Glass Onion, Turning Red, She Said, and Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. Now, Fantastic Beasts 3 is probably a really controversial opinion. I haven't rewatched that movie yet, but I do remember my after my first theater experience, I did walk out of the theater kind of like, hey, I actually enjoyed this movie. I don't know why this movie's getting so much hate. That's another video, but those are my honorable mentions. And now let's get right into the top 10 of 2022. So at number 10, we have Terrifier 2. Now, I didn't get to review Terrifier 2 when it came out, but I kind of saw it even after Halloween. A lot of people were talking about it on social media, and it was getting a lot of buzz. So I had to see what this Terrifier 2 is all about. And wow, I was surprised because you could walk into this film just thinking like it's a typical slasher film. But what makes this movie really stand out from other slasher movies is that it's like so incredibly unique and, well, not unique, but it brings back the old school type of filmmaking. And that's what I appreciate, the way the story is told, the practical effects. Oh my god, the practical effects in this movie are absolutely insane. They are so. This is the most goriest film I've ever seen, and everything that's gory in this movie is all practical. It's all real and practical. There's no CGI blood, no CGI guts or whatever. This is all real, it's all practical, and that is what I really appreciate about Terrifier 2. And Art the Clown is a crazy guy, and he's absolutely insane. So insane, I couldn't even believe how insane this movie is, and that's why it's on my list. So at number 9, we have The Fabelmans, directed by Steven Spielberg, a fictional biography of his life. And just like Terrifier 2, Steven Spielberg brings back some old school type of filmmaking, old school storytelling. Everything is shot on film. Like it just makes you feel good at the same time. But it's also a really important film because this is like essentially Steven Spielberg's life, and it's not really about film. Like, filmmaking is there, but it's really about the dynamic of Sammy Fabelman's family, and that's what really captivated me about this film. Also, people need to realize that this is also a very important movie because this is John Williams and Steven Spielberg's last collaboration as director and composer. And whenever I hear the soundtrack again, I think about how this is the last time they're working together, and it blows my mind. Like this is the duo that made Jurassic Park, E.T., Jaws, Saving Private Ryan. This is the end. This is the end of John Williams and Steven Spielberg collaboration. And this is, this score, like there is not a lot of score in this movie, but you have to realize the importance of this score and of this film in cinema history. And at number 8, we have The Menu. The Menu was a welcome surprise. I was super happy to actually watch a movie that's completely original, no franchise attached to this project, and of course Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, and of course Ralph Fiennes all give fantastic performances. The film is also incredibly thrilling, but also incredibly funny at the same time. So at number 7, we have All Quiet on the Western Front. Now this film is going to join in the ranks of like Hacksaw Ridge, Dunkirk, 1917 as some of the best war movies of all time. Just the sheer technicality of this movie, absolutely brilliant. The the cinematography, the sound editing, the film editing, like just the set pieces. It's absolutely thrilling. It's just a technical masterpiece, just like 1917 and Dunkirk. So yeah, it's on here. And at number 6, we have Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really love this movie actually, and Michelle Yeoh is just, she's awesome. She's giving a great performance. She's amazing. Ki Kwan, oh my god, this guy is gonna win all the awards for Best Supporting Actor. I'm calling it right now. And the Daniels directed and wrote the shit out of this movie because this is some of the most original movies I've ever seen ever. I think that's the biggest praise I can give for Everything Everywhere. It's just the originality of it. It's just something that we've never ever seen before. And best screenplay nomination, 100%. And at number 5, we have Tar, directed by Todd Field, starring Cate Blanchett. Now, initially, I gave this movie a 7 out of 10, but after like just this movie, I just kept thinking about this movie after weeks on end and how great this film really is. Not just the performance by the amazing performance by Cate Blanchett, but just the filmmaking, the writing, and everything. Is just, I kept thinking about like the unique aspects of this movie and how, like, for example, the film opens with a really long credits, and just I just haven't seen something like that in cinema in years or ever, really. Like I did say in my review, and I still stand by this, but I'm maybe not the type of film that I'll rewatch all the time because the runtime, you do feel the runtime, it does feel a bit long, but I just kept thinking about this movie. Like, I was just thinking about it, like thinking about the meaning, the writing, the directing. Like, it's just, there's something about this movie that's really mesmerizing to me. And that is why I put it at number 5. So at number 4, we have RRR. Now, this movie really surprised the shit out of me because I really didn't expect to really care so much about these two main characters and their friendship, because with that aspect in mind, you're just gonna buy everything this movie gives you. This movie gives you over-the-top action sequences, which are, you could be ridiculous in another movie, but it works here because of the characters. And of course, there's musical dance numbers. What? Musical dance numbers. But it works because, once again, the characters and the friendship. That's really what makes everything in this movie work. I love this movie so much. I didn't expect this movie. This movie, I just saw it like last week, and I'm already putting it at my number 4 spot. That's how much I love RRR. Now, at number 3, we have Avatar: The Way of Water. Avatar: The Way of Water is such a technical, visual masterpiece, a technical achievement. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, it's just this is a cinematic experience. Like, this is a movie where you're going to sit in the theater and you're just going to be in awe of everything that you see. Literally everything. From the wrinkles, the skin detail, body hair, the water, everything, the hair, the eyes, the wet, like during raining scenes, you can see like how wet they are, but and it's absolutely brilliant how they managed to achieve that. But also, this film also introduces the aspect of family, and James Cameron really managed to make you care about the characters and the family aspect. And that's really what holds this movie together. Yes, this is a familiar story. Yes, this is kind of predictable, but I still felt emotional in certain parts of the film near the end, and James Cameron did it. He did it. And I just have one more thing to say before I go to number 2. Fuck James Cameron and Avatar haters. I hate you. Now, at number 2, we have The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves with Robert Pattinson. This film doesn't feel like a typical blockbuster movie. It really brought something really more artistic to the table when it comes to Batman, and I really appreciated that that's what they did here. They did the same thing with Joker. They're doing now with the Batman, and I am so happy they went in this direction because I'm done with all the DC Cinematic Universe type stuff. No, this is what DC should be concentrating on. This is where their strengths lie because Matt Reeves directed the shit out of this movie. I love how this was more like a detective type story inspired by movies like Seven or any other David Fincher type movie. And Robert Pattinson didn't play the same Batman as all the other people, but he portrayed a more hurt and more grounded Batman, a more moody, emo type of Batman, if you want to call that. But that's what makes this movie very unique. We've never seen a portrayal of this character before. And I really felt emotional for the arc of him going from vengeance to being the hero that Gotham needs. You know, like that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, the Batman. This movie's a masterpiece. I love it. Now at number one, my number one film of 2022, you probably already know what it is if you've watched some of my previous videos, but it's Top Gun Maverick. At the time I'm actually making this video, I've seen this movie 8 times now. So I saw it 4 times in the theater and 4 times at home. That's how much I love Top Gun Maverick. There's not another movie that really affected me that much. This film succeeded at everything in trying to be better than the first film by adding more stakes, more emotion, more connection between the characters. Like in just 2 hours, you just love every character in this movie. Every character has their thing, you know? Like you all remember Hangman, you remember Phoenix, you remember Bob, and of course Rooster. Miles Teller is great in this film. Jennifer Connelly as Penny is also brilliant. And of course, Tom Cruise, the man, the legend himself. This man is actually flying the jets for real, and it's fucking brilliant. I love Top Gun Maverick so much. It's the best movie of the year. It like even the editing of this movie. Oh my god, the score, like it's just a perfect movie for me. And of course, that ending is just some of my favorite endings of all time. I'm just gonna say it right here. Some of the best endings of all time is Top Gun Maverick. And this movie never fails to make me emotional during the "Thank you for saving my life" line. Like even just thinking about it right now is just it's getting to me. It's just getting to me. And then the film ending off with Lady Gaga's "Hold My Hand," which is an absolutely brilliant song, and then showing the credits with all the characters of the film. Like it's just perfect. This movie is just perfect. I love Top Gun Maverick. Well, there you go. That's my list of the top 10, my top 10 favorite movies of 2022. This was honestly such a great year for movies. I can't wait to see what 2023 has in store. Let me know your top 10 favorite movies of 2022. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next time.